Hello, this is Professor Gibson. Welcome to Math 161, Pre-Calculus. I am teaching two sections of the course this semester, both NO1 and NO2A. As you can see, I'm here in the Canvas course for the section NO2A. both sections are set up identically. So what I wanted to do was say hi and welcome, which I've already done, and then highlight a few things, show you the layout of the course. All right, so let's hit the highlights of a few important facts I want to make sure that you knew, and then we'll talk through the layout of the course and go through the course calendar. So let's start with a couple things in the syllabus. First, my office hours. At this point, it's possible this would change. I'll let you know if they do. The setup is a little bit odd. I'm going to have online office hours Thursday from 4:30 to 7:30. All right. So, but it's going to be split kind of in two pieces. All right. For the first half of it, I'm kind of on call in John Tyler's ARC online as an online math person. So on Thursdays from 4:30 to 6 p.m. All right. If you want to reach me, go to the ARC. Here's the link right here. If you click on it, it'll take you to the ARC Zoom meeting. Tell them you got a math question and for what, and actually they'll probably put you right in there with me. At the moment, I'm the only math professor on call at that point, or that's in the ARC at that point. Possibly if there's another one, if they add somebody else, then you might need to ask for me. That'd be fine too. But then after that, for the second half of my office hours, that's from 6 to 7:30. All right. I will be in a Zoom meeting. It's just for this class only. Y'all can reach me. On the left side here, you don't see it right now. I just realized I'll set it up as soon as I'm done making this video. There'll be a link that says Zoom. You click on the Zoom link and then pick the meeting of the day, right? So, if it's Thursday of the second week, okay, click on the link for the Zoom meeting for that day, and it'll take you right to it. I have a Zoom meeting set up for all of my office hours, all right? The only one that's not meeting, it's the kind of the obvious one. I won't have office hours on Thanksgiving Thursday, okay? Let's see what's next. So discourse section, calculator, you're gonna need a scientific calculator, and a graphing calculator is not allowed. You're not allowed to use one on your phone, just because it's too tempting once you're on your phone to then go ahead and connect to other stuff on the internet. They have 3 versions listed here. All right. I recommend either one of the TIs. I know how to use them. We can probably figure out the Casio FX if you've got it. The TIs anyway cost typically about $12 to $15 at either Walmart or Best Buy. Maybe you can even order off Amazon cheaper than that. I don't know. Okay, so our textbook is actually free. Here it lists here are the details. And if you scroll down, you'll see kind of a brief outline of our course calendar here. I'm going to talk more about that in just a few minutes. If you click on this link, it'll take you to kind of the important dates. First day of class, last day to add, last day to drop with a refund, right? Last day to withdraw, okay? All right. Okay, so let's go over to the modules. So this is really where the course mostly happens, right? There's some links. I'd go through those starting links and getting started. I would recommend that. First assignments. There's 2 assignments in here. Whoops, didn't mean to click on that. Good, it's not going to open. Okay, so an intro to Lumen Open Math, My Open Math. So all the homework, quizzes, and tests are in a software called Lumen Learning, but we've connected it up to Canvas here, so you don't actually need anything to do with that. But what's happening? The reason this says an intro to this is what you do is you click on this, and there's like a little homework assignment kind of thing. Actually, it doesn't count for any points, but you're required to do it. It's got 7 questions that it just talks you through the how to enter answers in Lumen and how some of the basic stuff works. All right, I've set it so you got to get 100 on that to move on. In other words, I'm just kind of pushing you to Make sure you learn the basics of how the software works before you move on. Next is an intermediate algebra diagnostic. What this is there's 40 questions in there, and it will show you, it's designed to show you the things that you're expected to know when you start this course. All right. It's possible you've forgotten some of them or this kind of thing, but you're required to take this, and you can take it over and over, or at least you can rework questions within it, and you need to get at least 50% on it before you can move on. If you have to work real hard to get 50%, I would suggest to you that you consider maybe stepping back and taking one or two of the MTE modules as review, and then come back to this course. But anyway, so this is it's really designed to help you. I mean, I know we've set these up as requirements, but I set them up that way because I really think it's in everybody's best interest to work through those two things. All right. Then once you've done those two things, got 100 on the, how does Lumen work, and then at least 50% on the intermediate algebra diagnostic, then Unit A will open up. At this point, there's 4 units. Just at this point, Unit A is the only one you'll be able to see. And it has the first 3 weeks of homework in it, 2 sections a week, and then the 4th week is a test. All right. So in the 4th week, actually, you have the test, and you'll also have the first week of Unit B. Is what will happen. Okay. So I'll get Unit B up and open within a couple of weeks here, and you'll be able to keep moving along. Now, let me show you about the folks that kind of run Math 161 here. Really did a nice job of setting this course up. All the sections are organized the same. So first, right here, and like the section 1 here, they all work this way. If you click on this first link, it'll take you to the free textbook, right? If you click on this link, it'll take you to some notes that the professor who runs the course made, just kind of trying to help you identify key points and whatnot from that section of the textbook. Here's a PowerPoint on it. Now, the one thing that's a little bit unique about this first section is this library of functions. Okay, so there's several of them, and what's going to happen is they're going to be used as illustrations at various points, and for some of them over and over again as we work through the whole course. You're expected to learn these functions. So, like for example, one of them is the absolute value function. You're going to need to want to learn the graph of it, basically how it works. We'll talk about the domain and range and these kind of things. All right. You'll be asked homework questions that require that information for any of the library functions will be fair game, and so will quiz and test questions. So that's what that is. The other sections don't generally have that. Video for section 1.1, and then the homework. You click on that, it'll take you out to Lumen Learning. Now, the way the homework works is once you answer a question wrong 3 times, it'll tell you the answer, and there'll be an option to get another version of the question. All right. So in other words, you can keep reworking on the homework questions until you get them right. You'll notice it says 16 points, score at least 12.8. So there's 16 questions, and you have to get at least 80% on it to move on and do the next homework. And they're all set up that way, right? So then you get to homework 1.2, you got to get at least 80% on it, then to move to a quiz. Now you'll notice the quiz does not have a score at least, because there's no requirement on any kind of grade to get on a quiz. The quiz, you get the grade you get. But you do have some help on it, and here's the help. The way the quizzes are set up, you get 3 tries at each question. If you get the question right the full time, you get full credit. If you get it right the first time, you get full credit. If you get it right the second time, it takes 30% off. If you get it right the third time, it takes another 30% off, 60% total. And if you don't get it right the third time, then that's it. You won't get any credit, right? So you do get some extra tries on stuff at the quizzes. Overall, there's 1 attempt at the quiz, but you see you get 3 shots at each question for reducing amounts of credit. All right. So then you can see here, like here's the same kinds of sections down here, right? Textbook, notes, PowerPoints, video, homework. All right. And that's the way the course is laid out. so each section, right? Textbook reading, notes, PowerPoint, video, homework, and then roughly every 2 sections there's a quiz. There's a few places where there's 3 sections and then a quiz. All right. So in the first 3 weeks here, it's every 2 sections there's a quiz. And I think actually that if I remember right, there's just two weeks where it's 3 sections and then a quiz. So what ends up happening is there's a week with no quiz, and then the following week there's a quiz on 3 sections. All right. As far as new material goes, there's 2 sections a week, with a couple exceptions where there's only 1 section. All right. So that's the basic layout of the course. You see how it's so kind of, I think it's very well organized and clean. Let me go over. I want to show you the course calendar here. So you'll note the due date column here as we roll down. Now this same calendar is the calendar that's over in the syllabus. Okay, it just in the syllabus when I copied it, for some reason it didn't copy my nice lines here. It actually kind of put dashed lines in. Anyway, so you'll notice the due dates for the first 3 weeks. There's no highlighting. So the standard due date is on Sunday. Every weekend's on Sunday, right? So the homework and quizzes due every Sunday night. Okay. Then, so what I did here is I highlighted the test date because the tests are due on Saturdays. So I kind of highlighted them in green to kind of point out to everybody, hey, wait, tests aren't due on Sundays, they're due on Saturdays. You see there's test 1, there's test 2, it's on Saturday as well, and there's test 3 coming up, is also on Saturday. These things that are highlighted in yellow, there's a little bit of a thing that happens here. We're not going to quite follow the order of the book because it seemed to make more sense, honestly, to do it slightly out of order. So you'll know this goes 4.1, 4.3, and then 4.4. So we're doing 4.2 out of order. Because what's happening is 4.2 and then 4.5 are both about graphs related to these things. And so we put those 2 together in their own week. All right. So, and you see the quiz is 4.1, 4.3, and 4.4. And yeah, homework and the quiz actually. And I think that might actually be, yes, I'd forgotten about that. I think this is the only week where there's 3 homework assignments in 1 week. You get a little bit of a payback because a couple weeks later, there's only 1 homework assignment. All right. Okay. Now, the one other thing I wanted to show you on the calendar is about finals week, is about final exams. Here, and it's on the final exam is due Friday night. All right, so you want to make, for those of you that work during the week or whatever, you want to make arrangements and plan on. You need to find something. The testing center is open in the evenings, right? So somewhere during that day on Friday, or it'll be open it'll be open for a few days before that too. So you don't just have to take it on Friday. That's true of all the tests, by the way. They'll all be open for a few days at a time, for a few days earlier. But the final exam is going to be due on a Friday. I did that because officially my grades are not due until Tuesday or Wednesday, but what usually happens is my college, the individual colleges, at least the one I work for, math and science, usually requires them to be due earlier. So I'm going to have to turn in grades on Monday morning, probably. And if I set it due Saturday and then somebody has something go wrong with their computer or something, then there's not really any time for us to both get together and figure that out, give you another day, and then me to get the grading done in time. So it's on Friday just to allow for something to go wrong. All right. Hopefully nothing will go wrong. Everybody take it Friday, and we'll all be done and ready for Christmas. But by putting it on Friday, we've got Saturday then to figure things out if somebody has computer issues or something happens anyway. All right. So that is what I have for you in our intro. I am looking forward to a great semester. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to the semester start on Monday.